Hi guys, we're going to do a nice little bait demo today, and the way fishing is evolving with the way we fish with the braid and dingles, hooking your baits onto your sinker for more distance. Everybody's heading towards a rounder bait, say a rugby ball or soccer ball shape, just for distance. And I've developed this nice little edible bait. It's a prawn and chokka combination, but at the end of the day it's a rounder or ball bait, and it's for those days where you want to get a edible bait out far on a far reef, clip it onto your sinker, get it as aerodynamic as possible. So this is a nice little interesting bait. It's a soft bait, ball bait. It's got a lot of flavor. It's a slow release bait because on the inside of this bait we got prawn, on the outside is wrapped with chokka, so it can also lie quite long if there's not too many small fish around, and it will release that flavor slowly until a decent fish comes by and grabs your bait. And the first thing I want to do is cut 2 pieces of round chokka, which I'm going to add to my prawn after I've attached it to the dingle. So you want to cut those round pieces sort of similar size as your dingle, so they're not too big and too bulky. So I'm going to measure my dingle and cut 2 round pieces, which I'm going to wrap around the bait. And another one the same size, the other side of the dingle. Alright, so what you're left with is 2 round pieces of chokka, like it, sort of same size as your dingle, so you can wrap it around the bait just now. Okay, so we're going to put that down, take our chokka hammer and tenderize these 2 pieces of chokka. Get it nice and soft, so all the flavor comes out of it. Do the same to the other one. Alright, so that's tenderized enough, and we're going to leave that one side now. We're going to go back to our dingle and we're going to start adding the prawn onto the dingle. So what do you want to do with your prawn? Just slice them in half so they're easier to work with. Slice it in half, put it there, grab another one. Let's take 3 prawns for now. As we build the bait, we'll decide how much we're going to put on. Alright, so we've cut the prawn in half. And now we've got to get our prawn. Just cut it as long as your little float is. So the prawn is obviously longer now. I'm going to shape all the prawn so it's about the length of my dingle, so I can wrap it around the dingle. Right, those little pieces we cut off, we're going to keep one side. We're going to use that in the bait as well. Alright, so we're going to grab our dingle and start tying the prawn onto the dingle. Obviously you don't want to put tons of cotton on, so just a little bit to keep each little piece of prawn in place. Okay, and then you continue just putting on prawn. Stagger it evenly so you end up forming a little ball of prawns around your dingle. And you can use your fingers to shape it. This helps getting the bait to look good and getting it in the shape you want it. put as much prawn as possible on there to give it the desired shape. Right, so as you can see, it's starting to develop that sort of rugby ball shape we're looking after. And what I'm doing now, all those little pieces we cut off, I'm going to put it in the middle to round up my bait. Take the chokka hammer, just hit it softly, flatten it a bit. I'm going to grab these pieces and put it in the middle of the bait. Takes a bit of time to shape it, but that's quite important. So I just take my fingers and I sort of work it, get the desired shape out of it. Alright, so there we go. We've got our prawn all around the dingle. And the next step is now take the chokka and put it over this prawn. And the reason I like to put chokka on is because number one, prawn is soft. If you throw hard, it might break off the hook, and little peckers, a small fish, will take this off very quickly. So the chokka protects it. The flavor will still get released, but they will battle to take the prawn out of the bait quickly. So the chokka protects it so your bait stays in the water a bit longer. So you grab our one piece around chokka, so shape it around your bait and cotton it on. Turn the bait around, do the same on the other side with this other piece of chokka. Get it in place and cotton that on. Now you can cotton everything on together nice and firmly. And that's our bait done. Finish it off around the head of the dingle with your half hitches and break off your cotton. Take your hook, go through the dingle, right guys, so that's simple. We've got a nice little ball bait. It's shaped nicely, so it's going to travel through the air long distance. Your sinker is going to clip onto it at the bottom here, and everything is nice and aerodynamic. We've got all that lovely prawn smell on the inside, the chokka around it to protect it. The chokka is also going to give off little pieces because we hit through the chokka hammer, so it's also going to attract your fish. And that's a nice little edible fish bait that I like to use when I need to throw edible bait far.